5'9" with the real red eyes, and we dying inside. Oh, bodies in fluoride.
What is good, y'all? This is Jayvee here, and today I got another episode of JB's Jams for you guys. Now, y'all know that I was trying to do this more often, so this episode's not going to be as long as the ones of the past since I'm going to be doing this more often, but I got some really dope projects for you guys. So let's get straight into it. Y'all know the format. Before I get into them, these first two projects, I'm not going to go too into depth because I have two reviews out for both projects. So if you're interested on either of those, go check out those projects, the reviews. I have a playlist of all my reviews there, so go check that out. First project is Denzel Curry's Imperial. Again, did the review, so check out that one. And then the second one is Faltbush Zombies. You know, their latest EP, or album. Check that out. I have the review for that. But let's get into the actual projects I've been listening to. First off, we got Just Juice, Gold Lining. He's an MC that I found out about on Twitter, and I think on a past episode of JV's Jams, I went over his Lavish Life mixtape that he put out. Well, he has a new one here, Gold Lining. This one's extravagant. The production is lush, man. It has a really smooth feeling to it, something that differentiates it from his previous project. Again, I'm not super familiar with his discography. He's a relatively, new MC to me, and in terms of, releases getting looks, he hasn't had too many, but he's an absolutely fantastic MC, man. His pen game is on a different level. This album is fast, it's chopper. He has a really, precise, pristine kind of flow to it. So I would highly suggest you check out Gold Lining, especially if you like this previous mixtape. You're going to really like this one too. I thought that was a little, cool thing. And I didn't really know it was going to come out. I saw him post something about if I get enough retweets, I'll post something. And then on SoundCloud it popped up, so I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. And for a project that kind of came out of nowhere, I thought it was absolutely fantastic. And it's been a decent amount of time between this and Lavish Life. Lavish Life, if I'm not mistaken, came out last summer, so it's been a decent amount of time since we've gotten brand new material from him. Next we got Charli XCX with Vroom Vroom. Really dope, EP that I was not expecting to even listen to, let alone like. Sophie's on the production, UK producer over there, and him and Charli XCX teamed up, put together a really dope EP. It's not lengthy, but there's some really dope moments on it. Again, it's nothing conventional in the slightest. Charli really switches it up on this one, and again, it's not a massive diversion from her previous releases, but it definitely is a step away from that mainstream pop sound that she's really been doing. Again, I'm not like the biggest fan of Charli XCX. I really do, like some of the songs where she's on the hook, like that Ty Dolla $ign track they had some time ago with Tinashe on it. I thought that was a really dope track. But again, Charli XCX, I believe she did a song with Danny Brown on his old album, so I'm semi-familiar with her work. Didn't expect to check this out, but then on Fantana's channel, he said that was a dope release, so I checked it out. It's so good. It really is, man. The production's clean, it's precise, it's spastic, it's alternative in sound. Her vocals really complement the instrumentals very well, and it's mixed and mastered perfectly. Highly suggest it. If you're a pop fan, if you like electronic music, if you like, anything with some relative bass to it and some dope melodies, I think you'll like this project, man. It's a quick listen, not too many tracks. Next we got Santigold with 99 Cent. Santigold, I was familiar with maybe like 2 or 3 songs before this project, but I did used to listen to those 2 or 3 songs. It had to be like 2011, 2012. It's some time ago. I haven't listened to her since at all, and was not expecting to check out this project because she put out a single. I can't remember the name of it offhand, but I know I Love McConan is on the hook, and oh my god, atrocious. Again, I'm not a huge fan of I Love McConan, man. I don't know. Tuesday was cool. I Don't Sell Molly No More was alright. Maneuvering was but then I forget the name of it, like Drink Water Mixtape 5 or whatever it's called. I think he's really horrible, and so I didn't think he had anything to add to that song, and I think it was actually to the song's detriment. So I did not expect to check out this album, but I did, And I really liked it because it's super super versatile, man. We're getting a little bit of everything. There was definitely some pop in there. There was definitely some R&B. I heard a little bit of funk in there. I heard a little bit of like electronic kind of production. There was some bass heavier moments. There was definitely some hip hop influence in there, definitely with her flow and some of the features. Yeah, man, I thought it was a really really solid project. Again, it's nothing necessarily mind blowing. I can't see it having like a lot of replayability, at least for me, but I think it's a dope listen. Highly suggest you check it out, see what you guys think. Next project isn't really that new. It's from last year, but it's Asian Kung Fu Generation's Wonder Future, Japanese rock band. Been a fan of them since, it has to be like 09 maybe, something like that. It's been a long time since I started listening to their music, and there was definitely a downtime where I stopped listening to a lot of J-rock, and that had to be, I mean, at the time Hokai Amplifier was out, their first album Sofa, so it had to be around like 2011 maybe, that they had a couple, I think Magic Disc was out too. So I had stopped listening, but then I remembered them randomly because I was watching an anime and they reused the song Riri from Sofa. So I was like, yo, I forgot about Asian Kung Fu Generation, let me see what they're up to. And I saw that they dropped an album in 2015, Wonder Future, and yo, it's a really solid album. It's not my favorite Asian Kung Fu Generation album, but I think it really is kind of like the best at what they do. A lot of the different sound, it has their grungier moments. It has that nice punk speed to it. Great vocals. It's a clean, concise project. The great thing about Asian Kung Fu Generation is that I've never found their projects to ever draw on. I think their longest project is maybe like 13 tracks or something like that. So again, they've never had projects that overstay their welcome, and man, I thought this was an excellent addition to their discography. So check that out if you're into Japanese rock music or rock music period. I think this is a really really dope album. Next, we got some notable mentions for you guys, some stuff that I think you guys should check out. We get CLC's Refresh. I got some K-pop for you guys. CLC, Cube Entertainment's new girl group. This is their third mini album, if I'm not mistaken. Liked them since debut, and I think this is just another solid mini album. I think they should probably slow down. They didn't debut that long ago, and they're already on their third mini album. But y'all know how K-pop moves. They're really quick with it. And I thought it was a really solid project. I really enjoyed it. I believe it's High Heels is the title track off. I think that's a really fun, cute track. I mean, it's CLC, and what I like about CLC is they're a different change, like a definite change of pace from like what 4 Minute is. So I can appreciate Cube trying something else, and I wish them all success. I'm a huge 4 Minute fan. I don't know how much time they got left, how many more releases, so at least Cube is still putting money into girl groups and doing some solid concepts. So CLC's Refresh, check it out. Next we got Fiestar's A Delicate Sense, some more K-pop for you guys. Solid mini album, man. I believe Mirror is the title track on this one. It's sexy, it's sensual. Man, I think it's a really solid mini album. Y'all know, definitely girl group biased. That's primarily when I do listen to K-pop. It's mostly girl groups, with exception for like Big Bang, VIX, Shinhwa. Basically the same people. I always sing their praises. So, for these new girl groups, I'm really feeling them. These Lovelies, G-Friend, Twice, CLC. I'm liking all these girl groups. And, Fiestar, they're back and they're doing some really dope stuff. I'm not sure what numerically mini album this is, but, man, I thought it was a really solid project. There's some dope ballads in there, some dope up-tempo moments, and some really fun vocals. Fiestar has always been a fairly middle-of-the-road group for me. I don't think they did anything particularly outstanding in terms of vocals or dance or making projects in general. But I think with this one, I think it's a fun listen to. I wasn't bored by it at all, and I thought there was some real nice moments, both vocally, in terms of group participation, and in terms of some of the instrumentals they used. So check that out, Fiestar, A Delicate Sense. And lastly, we got the new Shrem Life tape, Rae Sremmurd Trail Mix. Nothing too special. I'm not a fan of Rae Sremmurd at all, but I think for you rap fans, if you're into modern rap music, if you're into what Rae Sremmurd is into, and you're excited for Shrem Life 2, I think this will be an interesting listen for you guys. Fairly straightforward, mainstream trap rap kind of stuff. I think there were some interesting moments from a production standpoint. From the bars, never been impressed by Rae Sremmurd's bars. But I think, they have fun, and I think, this mixtape is a fine addition to their discography and what they've put out. Again, I did check. I do have actually Shrem Life, their first one. I'll probably look into the second one when it comes out. I don't know if I'll necessarily buy a physical version of it. I'll probably just pick it up digitally or stream it or something like that. But yeah, man, again, Rae Sremmurd for the kids. If you're into that kind of music, I would highly suggest you check out Trail Mix. It's a solid project. So that's all the projects I got for you this week. I'm gonna go over them one more time. Denzel Curry's Imperial, Flatbush Zombies' his newest album, Just Juice, Gold Lining, Charli XCX, Vroom Vroom, Santigold's 99 Cent, Asian Kung Fu Generation, Wonder Future, CLC's Refresh, Fiestar's A Delicate Sense, and Rae Sremmurd's Trail Mix. If you have any questions about any of these projects, leave them down below. Until next time, this is Jayvee. I love you guys. Bye.